How did you come up with this name, the Firefly Terrace? So, how will you explain your typical day juggling both of these things, the Firefly
Two
and the
things are
kid?
never the it's never the same.
Just
Much
like
as
an
I try
average
to
typical day.
put her down, take her for a walk. Our day starts with taking her for a walk or playing with her, taking her to the park, and then it's breakfast time for all of us to
There's a good
keep her
family
occupied.
support.
Yeah, I have very good family support.
Though your daughter is very small.
Hi everyone, welcome to Unfiltered Moms. I'm Shilpi, a mom from Jaipur and co-founder of Ladali. I'm here to bring you real and honest conversation with inspiring moms across India. Today we have Mansa with us from Firefly Terrace. She has a creative DIY studio for kids and families. Welcome Mansa.
Hi, Shilpi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Are you excited for today's conversation?
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired you to start the Firefly Terrace?
So I think it sort of started with my own love for, making things. I've always enjoyed arts and crafts.
Okay.
I wouldn't call myself an artist. Art and craft has always been a hobby, and sort of kind of bored with my corporate job, and I always wanted to start something of my own.
Okay.
Just sort of got to thinking, and I realized that there wasn't, at least when I started off. When I first started it 4 years ago, there
Okay.
wasn't a space in Bangalore where, you could just go pick up an activity and create something.
Right.
There were spaces that were doing workshops, but with workshops, there comes the whole thing with, you may not be available at that particular time on a particular day to go to a workshop. So I
Of
wanted to
course.
create a space where people could walk in anytime and, be welcomed with a whole variety of activities that they can just pick up and do. So I sort of kept myself as the target audience and,
Okay.
sort of conceptualized it. Then I just wanted a space that was loaded with art and craft items in that I had easy access to, and I could just sit and listen to good music and sort of make something with my hands. So, and also it came with the whole idea of, getting people back to making art. Like I see a lot
Right.
of adults who walk into this and the last time they've sort of used, held a paintbrush was maybe back when they were in school. So
Cool. Of course.
I wanted to get people back into the whole thing
The
of creating.
Firefly Terrace, it's for both, right? The kids and families. Like
Yeah.
anybody can do
Yeah.
it. That is,
So
of
it's
course, a
very
very
cool
nice
in the
concept.
sense that we've had like, a 5-year-old making art with his 80-year-old grandmom. So
Uh,
it's just a way of bringing families together, bringing friends together, people together, and
Such a
making
beautiful
something together.
thought.
Thank
Very nice.
you.
How did you come up with this name, the Firefly Terrace?
So fireflies also means creativity,
Okay.
and we're on,
Came up with this name.
yeah, brainstorming, and our logo also has like a light bulb, on the
Yes.
firefly. So it's just a space where your creativity is getting sparked,
Right.
just sort of created a space where people can explore their creativity, delve into their inner artist. That's what I like to say.
Very nice. So, how has juggling motherhood and building your career parallelly? How has it been?
It's been interesting. It's been interesting. I have so much respect for working moms. I mean, you don't understand it unless you're knee
You step
deep
into
into
the
it.
shoes.
It's been hard. I have a 17-month-old and she's still so small and tiny, and she obviously needs my attention all of the time. So it's a work in progress. I would say every day is different. My schedule totally revolves around her. There have been hard times, there have been good times. I do have a support system, I do have a family, I do have nannies who will, take care of
Take
her
care of
when
her.
I'm stuff like that. But what I found it very hard is, being consistent and, showing up to work consistently, because things just never go according to plan, right? Because,
Never.
I would gone to the studio for a week and suddenly she falls sick. So I have to like, drop everything that's in the studio and be there with her. So I'm very blessed in the sense that, I can set my own timings, I can decide my own
Right.
schedule. But I honestly don't know if I had like a rigid schedule, like a 9 to 5 job, how I would handle it then. I feel like that would have been a lot harder.
Yes.
But I would say that, there have been so many goof ups. There have been so many goof ups. I would have had like a birthday party and the client is there already and my staff hasn't shown up.
Yeah.
And There have been situations where I don't have a nanny to drop my kid and, go to the party. There have been parents and customers who've been extremely understanding. There have been customers who haven't, and it's fine because they've paid me for a
Fine.
service. I need to
Right.
deliver, but you're constantly dependent on manpower. You're constantly
Yes.
dependent on your staff to show up. So there have been so many goof ups. In fact, if you open our Google reviews, you will see a lot of negative reviews in the past 1 year where my personal involvement has not been there. And I've sort of accepted it that, it is a part of life.
I think it is
Once
the
she
part,
grows
it's a part of the process. Every phase of life
yeah, it's a
cannot
part
be
of the
same.
process. I
Yes.
used to be very upset. There have been times where I've decided to like temporarily shut it down, but it's not easy to take a step like that. You've built the brand over so many years, and to just suddenly up and shut it down, it's not the easiest decision to make. So I've just accepted it. I'm taking things slow, and yeah, there are going to be some negative comments by clients.
Of
There are going
course.
to be times where I'm not able to give him my 100%. But I also feel like that's only until she reaches a certain age, where she's independent, where she's able to communicate mainly. I
Yes.
feel like things become a lot easier once they learn to communicate. They tell us what they want, what their needs. So it's just a matter of another 1 or 2 years. So I'm like,
Totally.
it's okay. Take it slow.
Totally, totally. There'll be days when she'll be around you and say, Mama, I'll help you. So, of course, that is
Exactly.
going to
Yeah.
happen. So, how will you explain your typical day juggling both of these things? The firefly
Two
and the
things are
kid.
never it's never the same.
Just
Much
like
as
an
I try
average
to
typical day.
Yeah, I just try. As much as possible, I try to, follow a routine. Mornings are all about getting her to eat and, put her down. I mean, take her for a walk. Our day starts with taking her for a walk or playing with her, taking her to the park. And then it's breakfast time for all of us. Then when she takes a nap is when I like to like schedule all of my work. I usually go to
Right.
the studio at that point. Or there have been days when I've just left her for like long stretches with my in-laws and my nanny. My in-laws are extremely hands-on, so they do a lot to
There's a
keep
good
her
family
occupied.
support.
Yeah, I have very good family support. As I'm back, it's all about spending time with her, and meal
Yeah.
times are still a challenge. I have a very picky eater, so each meal time goes up to an hour, trying to get her to eat. But I do have a lot of support.
That is very nice.
Yeah, so I live with my in-laws. My in-laws take care of the household chores and stuff like that. So that takes a lot away from my plate.
Yes.
So I get a lot of time thanks to them to focus on my
I
work.
think every woman who is working hard, they have a support system. And ultimately, when you have a kid, you need them. You need to ask for help.
Yeah,
You need that thing.
absolutely.
Very nice.
Absolutely. My stars for having such hands-on.
Okay, though your daughter is very small, but still, that is what is that one creative activity you absolutely love doing with her?
So I have a bunch of washable paints and I just give it to her and let her go to town with them. So my studio is also based on the concept of do it yourself, right?
Okay.
The whole idea is minimum intervention from my side because I want the person who's doing the art to think about what they want or how they want to approach it, the colors they want to use. So I'm using the same funda with my daughter as well. I don't interfere. I just give her paper, a bunch of paints. She loves to scribble with pens and sketch pens and all of that. So I just give her a bunch of things and allow her to go to town. That's all I can do right now. I mean,
Yes,
she's
of
too
course,
young.
of course. She's
Paper
very young, and
painting
it's a
is,
very good tip for young
yeah.
moms as well, like how to start doing that.
Yeah, enrolling her into an art class where again they just give them a bunch of paints and they put like paper all over the walls and they just go to town. So I just,
Very nice.
want to expose her to it as much as possible. I definitely
Of
want to
course.
one day sit with her and make art. So I
Make
definitely
art.
want to get her invested into it.
Of course. Okay, Samantha, not your kids specifically, but in general, how will you give a tip to like women to encourage kids to enhance the creativity? Like how to encourage kids to enhance the creativity?
So, one thing that I would say is very important is giving access to them to all the materials. Have a little drawer, have a little cupboard where you stock it up with, arts and crafts, age specific, like,
Okay.
and they're bored or something, direct them towards that space and just allow them to create.
Hmm.
And the second most important thing that I would like tell parents is, please do not tell them what to do. I mean, guide them, but
Hmm.
don't impose your opinions on them, right? Don't be like, no, you have to color inside the lines. No,
Yeah.
don't use this color, use that color. The moment you start imposing these things on kids, you're, killing their creativity.
Right.
Art, me, is all about the process, never about the end result. And I see that a lot where, parents are very particular about how the kids make a particular piece of art. And I'm just like, don't. Just
Hmm.
let them be. They need to explore it. They need to ideate. They need to have the freedom and the independence to dabble with art the way they want. And just certain things like, instead of saying stuff like, oh, do it this way, why don't you ask them? Why don't you tell me about your drawing? What are you drawing? Why have you used this color?
Okay.
If they draw the sky, I mean, if they color the sky orange, don't ask them, no, sky is blue. Why have you made it orange? Ask them, why do you think you chose that color? They might give you a very astonishing answer and say, yeah,
Yes.
during sunset, the sky is orange. Allowing them to, just allowing them to explore. That's when their creativity truly comes out.
Right. They must be having some thought while drawing it. So it's better to explore
Absolutely.
that
You
thought
have
more.
no idea. You have no idea when you engage in conversations with kids in the studio. I'm just so surprised when they say certain things. I'm like, wow, I never thought about it that way. So
Right.
you should always give them the benefit of doubt and ask them, why are you doing this? Or tell me about it instead of, oh, do it this way, do it that way. I
Right.
think,
So,
yeah.
I would like to ask you
Hmm.
one thing, like specifically a boy's mom today is like, they are like, no, boys do not say it. They are not interested in, my boy is not interested in art and craft and all of this. Do you think it is important?
Absolutely. I feel like art is important for everyone. There are so many benefits to it.
Hmm.
Your hand-eye coordination, your creativity, your focus. There are too many plus points to making art. And I don't agree with this whole concept of, oh, girls are more interested in art
Right, of
versus boys
course.
are not. I feel like somewhere you're instilling that thought in your child's mind as well that, oh, boys don't make art. I
Yes.
don't think that kind statements should be made in front of children at least,
Right.
and you need to expose kids to all of this at a very young age. So I just feel like I don't agree with that statement, because kids are like sponges, right? You say it
Yes.
they absorb. And I've had a lot of boys who come in and say, oh, pink is a girl's color, and I'm always like, no, there are no girl colors or boy
Boys
colors.
colors.
Colors are colors. It's open for everyone if
Yes.
you want. And there have been instances where some boys have wanted to use pink, but because of the
Yes.
fear of what the other boys will
Other.
think, they don't.
Right,
So
of course.
we as parents, as elders, have to be very cognizant of what we're telling to our
Yes.
kids, because art is open for all, irrespective of gender, and it's equally important for girls and boys. If you expose them to it from a young age, I don't think that difference or that thought will even come up in their head.
Yes.
So I have had so many boys who are equally, if not more, interested than girls. So I look at it from a very neutral point of
Completely
view.
agree to it. Okay, so on a lighter note, let's play a game. We'll call it as Mansa's Toolbox. Okay, you can share some practical tips. One word would be fine. Yes?
Okay.
So, what's one thing you do every day that helps you keep sane as a busy mom and an entrepreneur?
I take time for myself. I
Okay,
take some time.
very nice. Creative activity hacks for moms to use at home.
I think, as I said, just have a drawer filled with
Yes.
a bunch of things like masking tape, a bunch of like crayons that are not very sharp. You get taste safe clay, you get taste safe paints. So just have a drawer that is easily accessible for you and for your kids.
Okay. After a long, hectic day, how do you unwind or recharge?
So I usually spend time with my husband. We're currently obsessed with the New York Times games.
Hmm.
Like there are a bunch mini crosswords and connections. So that's something we both sit and do
So that's
after a
your go-to
game.
unwind and recharge way.
Yeah.
That's such a fun way. That's such a
Yeah.
fun way to relax yourself.
Yeah.
Very
And we watch
nice.
something together. So
Very nice. So, Mansa, before we let you go, if you could give one piece of advice to all the women who is trying to start their own passion project or maybe bounce back again with all of it, how do you do that?
I think lean in on your village, because I feel like it's very important for you to seek help. I know a lot of mothers who feel like maybe it's not right to take help, but I feel like if you have friends and you have family, I think it's good to lean in on them. And there's never a perfect time or a perfect plan. I feel like it's okay if you start messy. It's okay. Things will streamline, things will take time. Yeah, I mean, you're doing a lot of hard things every day as it is. So, I mean, mothers have the innate capacity to multitask all the time. Yeah, if you make your mind to it, I feel like you will be able to do
Yeah.
anything that you.
I want to know, are mothers already built like one or the society has made them to multitask?
I feel like society has made them to multitask.
Yeah.
And I have seen how my mother has had to do everything
Hmm.
versus me, where I have,
Facilities to take help.
yeah, I have a lot of facilities to take help. And also, I'm very blessed to have a family who are very forward in their thought,
Yes.
right? It's never like, it's never been like, okay, my husband should be the only person who's earning, and
Right.
Manasa should be the only person who should be taking care of the kid. It's never been that way. They
Yeah.
always looked at us very equally. So, and no one's ever made me feel guilty about leaving my kid and going to work.
I think that is
Which
very
is
important.
yeah, because today if I tell my in-laws that hey, I have a meeting that I'm not going to be here for close to 5-6 hours, they're like, yeah, go, it's fine. We're
Yeah.
here to watch her.
Yeah.
Never have they said even once that, oh, you're leaving your child so much. All that is, I feel like I'm very blessed that way.
Yes.
But changing that mentality is going to take time.
It will
Where,
take time. It is changing, though, but it will take
it
time.
is changing. Of course, it is
Yeah.
changing. Yeah, I shouldn't. Definitely, things are changing. So these are things that have helped me get back into work.
Very nice. So, thank you so much, Mansa, for sharing your journey and these beautiful insights with us.
So
It
much.
was such a fun conversation having you and actually knowing what creative world is all about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
To
you.
all our listeners, remember, motherhood and work do not have to be perfect. It should just be real. So stay tuned for more unfiltered mom stories. Thank you, Mansa.